Welcome friends. I'm doing this video right before I go on vacation just to kind of give you guys something to hold you over. This one's a twofer. This is doubles as a theory video and potentially a helpful video for my Masaki what if video that's coming up. I want you guys to go down in the comments and vote. Please tell me, do you think in the Masaki what if she lived scenario, should she at some point get her powers back? That's what this video is going to be about, so please go down there and comment that. All right, let's go. So while discussing the Masaki what if, I thought it would be interesting to see if I could get her powers back. So I decided to see if I could start digging to come up with a way to get her Quincy powers back. Because she didn't lose them by using the Letz Stil, so I shouldn't be able to just give her powers the same way that Uryu got his powers back, right? And then I started thinking, what if there is a connection? And this is what I came up with. The first question we need to answer is, what is the Letz Stil? Now, the Letz Stil ability is simply a Quincy training their body with the samurai glove to the utmost peak it can get. And within that peak, after they take the glove off, it unleashes their complete and full potential as a Quincy. After this, they lose their powers once the power has worn off. This is where the theory and hypotheses start coming in. What if when they unlock this potential, it really is just unlocking all the power that yall gave them in their blood? If that's true, then the next part of this is going to be even more interesting. Quickly jumping to the 1,000-year blood war, we have a situation where Ryukin Ishida explains what the Yashvalen does to the body, and the result of which creates the still silver arrow from a thrombosis in the heart. I found this interesting because I was like, wait, Quincy's and hearts have been mentioned before. Where have I heard that before? So I jumped back from chapter 682 to 226, and this is the chapter where Ryukin finally shoots Uryu and gives him his powers back. But what does he say? He says, you have to push your mind and body to its upper limits, and within that condition, you must fire a spirit arrow 19 millimeters to the right of the Sinoatrial Node. Then around that same time, there's a flashback with Soken where he tells Uryu that when Quincy's fire their arrows, truly, they fire their arrows from the heart. Now that's a bit metaphorical, but I still think it has some grounding in reality. So why is the Sinoatrial Node very important? Well, the Sinoatrial Node in the heart is actually what keeps your heart beating at the rhythm it does. It's the one that channels the electrical pulses to your heart. We know hearts are important in Bleach because that's what pumps the Ryatsu throughout the body. Mayuri mentions this when talking about how they couldn't kill Aizen, so they settled on sealing him. So why is this important? Well, if we go 19 millimeters to the right of the Sinoatrial Node, we're still in the heart. Now, there is a bit of an issue here because Ryukin is a doctor, and medically speaking, when he says 19 millimeters to the right of the heart, he should be referring to Uryu's right, not his own right, but we can excuse that here for this. So from Ryukin, we know that a silver thrombosis, which is basically a clot in the heart, forms after someone dies from Yashvalen. He got this from Katagiri's body. What if a similar situation happens to Quincy's when they use the Letz Stil? Now we know during Yashvalen, when Sternritter are hit by it, they don't lose their Quincy powers as a whole, they just lose their Vollständig forms. Because there seems to be this coincidence between transformations and the loss of their powers, I thought, what if, in that situation, Ryukin is shooting a silver thrombosis in Uryu's heart, breaking it and re-releasing his power back into his body? What if the reason Soken Ishida chose to stay with the Letz Stil is because when you use the Letz Stil, your Quincy powers don't go back to Yuha, they stay in your body. This would explain why Yuha wanted to change to the Vollständig and why Soken himself would not want to go away from the Letz Stil, because we know that's what he does as part of the reason he left. Then I noticed that there's a mark on Uryu's chest after he gets his Quincy powers back that was never there before. What if when Ryukin shot that mark, it formed this Quincy cross on his chest from the metal that was in his heart, thus giving him back his power? And since the thrombosis was no longer disrupting his internal spiritual pressure, which is kind of what the thrombosis does, it disrupts the heart, now his spirit energy can pump freely through his body, giving him back his Quincy powers. Coronary thrombosis, which is a clot in the heart, can lead to heart attacks. This is probably what Katagiri died from. She probably died from complications with her heart and the loss of her powers. With her heart disrupted, her powers disrupted, and she was already sickly, she was going to die. So if I have connected all the dots properly, then that means Misaki should be able to get her powers back if she survived by going through the same process Uryu did. But that's what this video was about. Please tell me what you think about this theory in the comments below, and please vote on whether or not you think Misaki should get her powers back in the upcoming Bleach What If for my channel. Thank you guys. Thank you all who've been here through the blowing up of my channel. I'm almost at 300 subscribers, and I have over 10,000 views on the first video, and part 2 is gaining. So because I've gotten so many requests for the bounce, I'm actually going to be doing a part 3 with the other races in the series. I think you'll be surprised who shows up. Y'all have a good day. Bye.